Alright guys, welcome back to Underground Science. In this video, we're going to be talking about a frameshift mutation, okay? So let's go and get started. Let's see these sequences first. So let's start off with this DNA sequence, right? What do we have here? We have TAC, TTC, CCA, right? In the 3' to 5' direction. So if we transcribe this, we're going to have an mRNA strand from the 5 to 3' direction. Okay, so we're going to have AUG, AAG, GGU, right? If we translate this, and if you go to your codon chart, you'll see that AUG codes for methionine, AAG codes for lysine, and GGU codes for glycine. Okay, so let's do a frameshift mutation. A frameshift mutation is you add a certain number of nucleotides, but those certain number of nucleotides cannot be divisible by 3. Okay, cannot be divisible, because this is basically the most important part of the definition. Okay, cannot be divisible by 3. So you can add 1 nucleotide, 2 nucleotides, 4 nucleotides, 5 nucleotides, 7 nucleotides, 8 nucleotides, right? And so on. You just can't add like 3 nucleotides or 6 nucleotides because that's divisible by 3. Okay, so let's see what we mean by that. So you can add 1 nucleotide, right? Because that's not divisible by 3 because you won't get a whole number, right? If you do 1 divided by 3, you're going to get 0.33. So if we add 1 nucleotide in, that's going to cause a frameshift mutation, okay, because it's going to shift the reading frame. So if we see this, right, let's say we take one example. So we have this strand, right, this DNA strand right here. So look at the difference. We have TAC, TAC, okay, TTC, but we have GTT here. So if you notice previously, let's highlight what we had previously in blue. Okay, so we had TAC, we had TTC, right here, and then we had CCA, right? But we added 1 nucleotide, okay? That's 1 is not divisible by 3, so that's going to cause a frameshift mutation. What was that nucleotide, right? We added guanine right here, right? We added guanine, which is right here like we can see, but we just put it in right here. We inserted it right here. Okay, so that's going to cause a frameshift mutation. Because look at what happened. Once we added guanine here, now the sets of 3 are different. So we still have TAC as our set of 3, right? But then we have GTT as our new set of 3 and CCC as our new set of 3, and A is left alone, okay? So that's gonna end up being a whole new amino acid sequence. Because here, what was the amino acid sequence? Methionine, lysine, and glycine. But once you added an extra nucleotide, right? Once we added guanine, right, this base, now we're going to have, now if you go to your codon chart, you'll see that AUG codes for methionine, CAA, right, codes for glutamine, and then CCC codes for, or specifically GGG codes for glycine. Okay, so what happened, right? Just because of adding 1 nucleotide, right, we, instead of having methionine, lysine, and glycine, now our new amino acid sequence is methionine, glutamine, and glycine. All right, well, what if we had 2 nucleotides, right? That's not divisible by 3, so that would also cause a frameshift mutation, okay? So let's see that example. So again, let's highlight what we had originally. Originally, we had TAC, TTC, CCA, right? So let's highlight that in blue. TAC, right? TTC, and CCA, right? So that's what we originally had. But what we did was, or what happened was, we got a frameshift mutation because 2 nucleotides got added right here. So now that creates new sets of 3, okay? So remember, each codon is 3 nucleotides, right? Now we have new sets of 3. Previously it was TAC, TTC, and CCA. But we added G and A, right? We added 2 nucleotides to this whole reading frame. So that's caused a frameshift mutation. So let's see what the new sets of 3 are. Well, this is still in the beginning, so this remains TAC, right? That's its own set of 3. Then their new set of 3 is the next 3, right? GAT, TCC, and then C and A are its own 2. So if we just see what TAC, GAT, and TCC will code for later on, right, we'll see it's different. So when we translate this, we get this strand. And then if you see the amino acid sequence, AUG codes for methionine, CUA codes for leucine, and then or AGG, right? AGG, because remember, here's our new set of 3, right? So we have AUG for TAC, right? That's the complement. Then for GAT, we have CUA. And then for TCC, we have AGG. So AUG codes for methionine, CUA codes for leucine, and AGG codes for arginine. So that's way different, right? Look at our original strand. Our original strand coded for what, right? Let's go see. Methionine, lysine, and glycine. Methionine, lysine, and glycine. Now we have methionine, leucine, and arginine, right? So that's way different. So that's why a frameshift mutation can cause huge changes in your overall protein sequence, right? So that's basically what a frameshift mutation is. It's also important to know what diseases are related to frameshift mutations, right? And the three main diseases we should know is cystic fibrosis, Tay-Sachs disease, and Duchenne muscular dystrophy, all right? We'll have separate videos on all of these in the near future, okay? But for now, these three diseases are related to frameshift mutations, okay? All right, well, that's basically it for frameshift mutations, all right? And I'll see you guys in the next video, all right? Thanks for watching.